So we learned how to geologic map.
We did a lot of mapping, almost up, every morning at 8. Got up at 6:30 for breakfast, got ready for the day, headed out at 8, came back around 4:30 to 5. After that, if we had stuff to do, we worked on our maps and cross sections. Just worked hard, had a good time, you know.
Yes, it's definitely a lot different than New York. It's a lot of outcrops, a lot more rocks, less trees.
Definitely, there's so many outcrops and everything. You're definitely out in the wilderness, which is pretty cool. But out west, you get to see so many different types of geologic features and structures in such a small area. I think the farthest we had to go was about half an hour to a different mapping area. So, that's pretty cool than trying to find one piece of shale outcrop in a creek. You get to see all these folds and faults. It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, I definitely think taking the field camp puts me a leg up above students who haven't taken the field camp.
It's hard at first when you don't really, when you've not really done that before and you're trying to kind of get the scaling of everything in your head and you're trying to observe all these different things. It's difficult, but definitely my observation skills have gone up and I feel a lot more confident when I go out in the field. I think my favorite part was Badger. We mapped this area called Badger Pass. I think personally that was my favorite part because I really picked up on the geologic structures of the area. That's where I really started to my observation skills really kind of came together with my knowledge that I've learned in my past courses, and it all kind of just came together there, and I kind of, I understood the structure really well for the most part and everything else.
We went to Timber Hill, Buffalo Jump, Block Mountain, and then for our day off excursions we went to Yellowstone and Craters of the Moon, which was really fun.
Out east we don't really have anything like that on the East Coast, so seeing Yellowstone and the hydrothermal features was really cool, and then seeing all the spatter cones at Craters of the Moon was really cool. Definitely, every geology student should have a field camp, right? That's what we do. We go out and we look at rocks, we map rocks, look for faults, folds, structure. If you don't have a field camp, how are you supposed to really get trained in that? Because when you're in the classroom, all you're seeing are models and textbooks, but when you're out in the field, you actually get to see how they really occur, how they really look and form. It makes it a lot easier to comprehend geology when you get to see it in real life, not in a picture in a book. I encourage anyone in a geology or science major to try to do a field camp if they, to the best of their abilities. It's well worth it. Why not? You're a geology student. Why not go see more geology? The more geology you see, the better geologist you are, right?
Get in shape. It's a lot of hiking. Study up. Pay attention in structural.
I would say take structure really seriously. Structure geology is really important to understand what's going on in the real world, and I would also say make sure you find a ridge and look around because that makes things a lot easier. It was just a great time. Take field camp if you can, even if it's not a requirement.